hello and welcome you all for the session number 2 of unit number 5, because I'm dividing unit number 5 in different sessions so that you can understand and you can get the clarity of each and every topic individually, right? Yes, so in this session of course we are going to look into how to manage time and stress and other related factors, right? So how to manage time? I would like to put the scenario in two ways. One, before the lockup, maybe lockdown, or after lockdown. So I would like to put it over in two factors. Like before lockdown, everybody were thinking that I don't have time because time is running too fast or I couldn't catch up. So that is what the running scenario, like we are all in society, we were all in the society scenario. But after lockdown, like what happened, like during the time of lockdown, everybody, like each and everybody, at least the majority of the people would have felt that, oh my god, time is not going up. When this time will go or reach evening or night or the next day morning or the next day noon or afternoon, night, like something, it keeps on running, right? Our mind keeps on running, like it wants to time, it wants the time to run fast, but unfortunately we are all trapped together. So one point, so called time, as a two different scenarios, two different perception, before lockdown and after lockdown. So that is what time is all about. So how to manage time, and especially how to manage time in career wise. You know what, if you are working under a if you're working for a company, of course managing time is very very important, or else you will be taken off permission or something, like your money will be like taken off if you're not giving prior information. So there are many factors which influence your career wise in terms of time. So time is very important over there. So what is time management? In simple, I would like to put it over there because of two words, organizing and planning. If you can grab these two words and you can understand and you can put it into practice of your life, of course this time is something is very easy for you. Initially I felt time is something which is very very not important or not essential part of our life, but later once I understood, so once I got the learning of time management, of course I started implementing, and till now it is going good. So hope you all guys can understand and you can put it over, because now it looks very simple for you, but in the future of course time matters a lot, your time and your age. Because now especially for boys scenarios and even for girls, of course I don't like to put it over there. So for both of course time is important, like after 24 or 25, like of course like few people say that, like okay, enough of working, so let's get into the personal life. And for boys, of course after 28 or 29, they'll say that okay, I think you have earned, you can get into your personal life. And few people say no, I'm not happy with what I have done, so still I want to explore more. So time is something which is never be determined as a low profit, okay? It is something which has to be developed, keep on every day, every time. So that is what the power of time is all about. So tips for managing your times are, you have to have a self goal. So for example, I would like to put a everyday day to day planner. Today what should I do, today whom should I do, whom should I call, or what is the factor should I do, what is the work, so should I send any mail, should I do any work, should I take any video. So every planning should be there. So what is your goal for the day, so what is the goal for the week, so you have to plan everything and you have to carry it over. So what is the priority, so that is the second point. And third point, set a time, okay? Set a time limit. If you're doing a work, say that, like if you're writing some script, okay, for any videos or something, so plan that you have to do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes or that, because that is something your creativity. If you keep on spend your time for the entire day for that task, of course you can't complete it for others, right? Okay, so take break in between, so because of course that will give you an idea or essential breather, okay? So organize yourself in the sense like plan. So if you have a planning, of course you can get it over. Next, remove non-essential tasks. That is what priority, things which are important for the day, which is important and urgent. Think in that point of view, important and urgent, then you take it. If it is important but not urgent, do it on the next day or something else, right? And finally, plan ahead. For example, if you are planning for next, if you want to do something, plan for next week now itself. Now we are, of course, if now today is like Monday, plan for next week also. So that is what will give you an idea or a chart to move forward. Next, what are the benefits of managing time? Stress relief, more time you get, so that you can take time and you can work it on. More opportunities, ability to realize your goals, which is on right track or on the opposite or a wrong track, so you can identify yourself. Of course, stress is something which is very 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 important factor in nowadays. Of course, let's see what is that. So how to manage time in terms of, so what are the effects of poor management time? Let's see about. So poor workflow, wasted time, loss of control, and poor quality of control, and poor reputation. So of course, if you are not managing your time, of course these things will happen. You will not be managed properly, you will waste your time, you will end up in doing your task in a failure manner, and your reputations of doing your task will be keep on getting low, and your consideration for doing a task will be less, right? Now let's see how to manage your stress, because this is something which is very important to each and everybody in this world right now, in this situation, and to the future situations also. So stress is the body's reaction to a challenge or a demand. So it's something which is internal factor, okay, internal factor which is determined by external factors also. It might be because of the people, situation, because of words, because of some, it can be because of some your personal health also. So it can be of any type. It is not that because of people you get stress, it's not because of situation you get stress, it's not that because of your health conscious you are getting stress, it is because of every factors. So that is what stress, so that is what stress, you have to know, identify it, okay. So feeling of emotions or physical tension, of course I said, right, emotion or physical tension can be of any type. And then we experience stress from environment, body, or thoughts. Yes, so this is what I would like to put it over. Environment is nothing but the situation, so body is nothing but your own internally it gets from it. So thoughts is nothing but because of the people's perception, so those factors. So sign of stress at works, so feeling anxious, so irritable, or depressed. So if you're feeling irritable, you are feeling irritated or depressed or anxious, like I don't want to do this. So if you feel apathy, loss of interest in doing your work, sleeping issues, and then if you're not able to concentrate, if you are always focus shifts on something, if you always want to take a rest, and if you're feeling lazy, tension, headache, those factors, which means that you are stressed of something, maybe of not able to complete the work on time, or because of your boss some words, or because of your family issues, or because of your health condition also. So it can be of any determined factor. First, only when you know that what is the factor which influence your stress, you can manage it, else you can't. Because people always, what happen, they think that okay, drinking water or have a coffee or a tea will sort out their stress. It's not going to happen every day. Then whenever your stress comes, you have to always drink coffee, so it is not possible at all times. So you have to have a platform. So what are the common causes of stress? So it is like long working hours, it is like a tight deadlines, like you have to complete the task on a specific time, and job insecurity, I think nowadays everybody have that. So lack of anatomy, so it's because of our physical health conditions. And then boring and repetition, like if you're not passionate, of course you feel the work is boring. And then changes your duties, you are not in a one concentrate position, you keep on shifting your thing. For example, first 1 month if you're a developer, next 1 month if they are putting in testing, of course you will have a different perception, completely different job together, and you will not be happy, working happily. So how to cope up with stress, how to tackle those stress? So relaxation strategies like progressive muscle relaxation, I think ball pressing, that smiley ball, you can press it out, so that is one factor. And then as an NLP practitioner, even I can give my solution is, you can keep your pointed finger in the middle of your eyebrows, okay, you have two eyebrows, right, you can keep it in the middle, and you can put it upward downward, left right, okay, you can do this method for 5 minutes, and then you can get out of stress. This is again a common, I can give you a common one, because there are different factors which influence stress. Only when I know what exactly your stress is all about, I can give that solution. So that is so called the counseling factors. And then for PRO BLM solving, brainstorming, so with potential solutions, of course you can talk to one individual friend who is very soul oriented to you, you can talk to him and you can get the point. Mindfulness, so guided meditations or walking, of course if you walk alone, few people always they love to walk alone, right, or they love to take a bike and they go for a ride, maybe to a certain limits, or they go and wander and they come back. So they sit alone and they come back, they get the fresh air and they come back, and throw the negative thoughts out, like let's think what is the factor, because throwing the importance and seeing what is the fact which is needed for the individual alone, and thinking about it, and you can drink coffee or a tea, because caffeine is something which can give you that idea. But again, this is all common strategies to come out of stress, but only when you know the basics you can get completely out of that stress. Okay, and then working with the network. So what is that working networks? A social media platform. So what it is, building professional relationship, so by which you can create your it's like a general marketing kind of stuff, so I can put it over, but in a professional way. Okay, so meeting and establishing mutually, and you can create that connection between one person to the other. If you are civil engineering, of course nobody will come and nobody will come and say that like, please give me you should be the constructor or you should be the builder for our house. Nobody is going to come unless or until you promote, or unless or until people know about you. Because if you're a fresh beginner, of course nobody is going to know about you, so it's your duty. You have to promote as until initial stage. Once you have been a well settled or a well known phase, then people will automatically come to you. So what are the platforms? Are Meetup, Jobcase, Lunchmeet, LinkedIn, Twitter. So there are different job sites that are available. Of course you can use all these platforms by which you can have the connect. Okay, these are all not job searching process, these are all job connecting areas by which people, if they want, they'll come and they'll grab you and they'll take it off, right? And then few smart ways to build professional networks are like you can create your headlines, and your titles are very strong one. You can send a mail, you can get an introduction, you can say that like I have a friend who is very strong in these factors. If you want, you can, I'll give an intro, you can talk to him. So it can be a mail, so it can be a one-on-one discussion. So anything can be a possible way to, in order to build that professionalism. So what is the how to respect? So because these protocols are very important, because these will help you to have a behavior between you and the stranger who's not known to you, but you can create your professional behavior or professional understanding between you and opposite person. Of course, for successful person you need to meet different different personalities, and that interaction can happen. So all these factors of course plays a major role. So what is the need? So need is because you can have that coordination, you can understand the importance of it, and you are very strong in one aspect and the other person can be strong in any other aspect. So your specification can match with him, your requirement can match with him, and by which you can have a formation of a new team or something like that. So those factors you can have a look into it. So these are the factors which importance of managing time and stress, and the importance of creating that social protocols and other factors, right? So thank you all. So let's meet up for the next session, by which you will have a clear understanding of what is managing